You're on the best of the morning. Barnes, Leslie, and Jimmy. 99X.
New Rock 99X. Barnes, Leslie, and Jimmy. Everyone in the city just about, I think, has seen Remember the Titans. You saw them filming in Atlanta. It ended up in the top 10 movies of the year in Atlanta. Over $100 million across the world. Things are good, aren't they, Gregory Allen Howard?
Greg, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you, sir?
I'm fine.
Good to meet you.
Well, it's nice to meet you.
Greg, how old are you?
38.
I was going to say, I think you look a lot younger to me than 30. I thought you were like 30.
Okay, I'm 30.
He's 30.
Yeah.
He'll take that. What are you talking about?
This is the man behind the pen.
This gentleman wrote this movie, and it's a real cool story. I mean, you are a Hollywood screenwriter, but the manner in which you found out about this movie, and Remember the Titans is based on a true story, is kind of unique.
Yes.
Can you tell us how that happened?
Well, I moved to Alexandria from Los Angeles about 4 years ago, and I was in a barber shop, and these guys were talking about this football team from 1971 that helped sort of ease the racial tension in the city. In fact, integrated the city, by winning the state championship. And I didn't believe it at first. I thought it was a joke, and then I sort of researched and found out it was true. The football team known as the Singing Titans had done just that.
Why did you move from Hollywood to Alexandria, Virginia to begin with?
The earthquake. And, I just didn't like it anymore. L.A. is an acquired taste, and I didn't like it. I went to school in the East, so I wanted to come back in the East, and I moved to Alexandria because I have relatives there.
But you had planned on continuing your screenwriting career. You just what else had you done?
Well, I was the original writer on the Muhammad Ali movie, which is now being shot with Will Smith, directed by Michael Mann. And I had several other projects sort of in development, but the first one to go was Titans.
After you heard this story in the barbershop, how much research did you have to do after that?
It took me about 3 months initial research. Then I went to Hollywood with the pitch, and I tried to sell it, and it tanked. No one wanted to do it.
Why?
Well, because it was social drama, it was period, it was sports, and Hollywood doesn't like sports movies.
That makes it that much sweeter now, though, looking back.
I didn't know that Hollywood doesn't like sports movies. Some of the great movies of all time have been sports movies.
I know. They're a tough sell in town, believe me. If something doesn't blow up or have a pie in the face, they don't want to do it.
And how ironic you get the blow-up man of all time, Bruckheimer, involved, who touches the movie with no explosions.
Yeah, when he was reading the script over the weekend, that was a nervous weekend for me because I kept saying to everybody, nothing blows up in it. He's going to hate it. And it ended up that he really liked it. So.
Did the studio commit to making this movie before they had Denzel Washington attached?
It's hard to say because these things sort of happen around the same time. There was this period when Denzel was circling the project. At the same time, the studio was sort of saying, maybe we'll do it, maybe we won't. And it sort of came together in a sort of friction at one time.
We're talking to Gregory Allen Howard, who wrote Remember the Titans.
Now, when you found out who was cast, you had to have been thrilled.
Of course. I mean, Denzel's one of our premier actors, and I knew he could really elevate the part. So I was really excited about that.
Who else was up for that role?
I don't know if it's a good idea.
It's over now.
So we say who else was being considered for it?
Sam Jackson.
Yeah,
but Sam actually was filming at that time, and Lawrence Fishburne. Those were really the top three names at that point. But we all wanted Denzel, and Denzel had to take a reduced salary to do the project because, again, we didn't think the movie. I don't want to say didn't think it would make any money, just didn't think it would perform because sports movies generally, and particularly football movies, generally don't perform that well.
But it's such a feel-good movie, and it's not just about football.
Yeah, that's true.
It's about character, and that movie is just so strong and compelling, and people are telling people and telling people and telling people, now you're over $100 million.
That's right.
Is it over 100 now?
Oh, yeah.
The movie is around 114 million, and still, we'll probably end up around 116, 17. It is the second highest grossing sports movie in the history of film, Rocky being, of course, the first.
But that's, it also only has a 20, that was 76, so, it's got a 24-year jump on you.
That's right. But, yeah, it really struck a chord with people, and now, we're up for Academy consideration. And
congratulations.
Thank you.
I was disappointed it didn't get any Golden Globe nominations. I was shocked, actually.
Well, the Golden Globes is tough because it's 95 people from foreign countries, and they're never going to nominate any sports movie because they're from countries where football is something that guys play in shorts and kick balls.
Right.
But they always say it's a big precursor to the Academy.
It is and it isn't. If you'll remember last year, Cider House Rules didn't get any
Oh, good. Well, I hope there is
and ended
precedent.
up with 7 nominations. So the Academy is a small group. It's 6,000 people. The average age is 55, and they feel they're the artistic centurions of the filmic business. And as a result, their choices are always much more mainstream. Golden Globes can pick Yee for Best Picture or any sort of obscure thing they want.
Right.
You, my friend, could be staring at an Oscar soon because the writing is very well. It's
very well
done.
Well, thanks.
And Denzel, I could see being up for something. The movie overall, there are several
It's a great movie.
categories they could land in.
I wish you were in the Academy.
Yeah, I wish too.
Oh, yeah, that would be a good move.
Oh,
Put
that'd be a
Barnes in
great
the Motion
move.
Picture Academy. That would be fantastic
Oh, yeah.
play. Has this has this catapulted your career as far as, I mean, how does that work with a writer? All of a sudden, do producers start calling, hey, will you write this movie, that movie, or what?
Oh, yeah. I mean, there's no question about it, particularly because everybody knew about the project since they'd all rejected it. And, yeah, it's really catapulted my career, and I can pretty much set up what I want now.
Has that made you want to move back to Hollywood?
No. As a matter of
Yeah.
fact, I just bought a house in Alexandria.
Congratulations.
That's the same
Yeah.
question my lawyer asked me. And I said, no. I said, now I really am not going to move.
And I bet it's a big house. Remember the Titans.
It works.
I remember the Titans.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's paid for by Remember the Titans.
He remembers the Titans every time he looks at a swimming pool.
That's right. I made a $6 payment on that pool.
They say that TV is the writer's medium, and stage is the actor's medium, and film is the director's medium. How much time on the set did you as the writer spend?
I was down some, but to tell you the truth, if you're doing rewrites on the set, you're in trouble because that means the train is out of control. We were really so pre-produced. I did all the polishing necessary before the script was before the movie started shooting, so we were real tight before it happened. But I was down on the set some. But to be honest with you, the filmmaking process for me, I find it boring. To be very honest,
It is boring.
Yeah, it's knitting, and I just. No,
You don't like that side of it.
No, I'm
Can
a
you tell
writer.
us, Gregory, what you're working on now?
Yeah, I'm doing a Civil War story, another true story for Disney, about the youngest commissioned soldier in the Civil War, who was 12 years old.
Wow.
And it's called Little Drummer Boy, and that's my next project with Disney.
You had mentioned that you were the original writer on the Muhammad Ali
Yes.
movie with
Yes.
the one Will Smith is doing right now. You're not anymore. What happened there? What's the story there?
When I turned the Muhammad Ali project in, Will Smith was 25. He's now 31.
Really?
Yeah, that's normal gestation for Hollywood movies. So I turned it in. It sat for a while. He was afraid to play Ali. He had to sort of get himself into the role, and then Michael Mann took it over and hired another writer, hired Eric Roth, who's a very fine writer.
So will you have any credit on this movie?
Yeah, I'll probably end up with half credit on it.
That happens a lot,
Is it?
though.
It happens tremendously because the writer and the writer, it's the easiest part to change. Once you hire an actor, there's nothing you can do. And to tell you the truth, once you hire a director, there's nothing you can do.
Sure.
You're locked in.
Was
Yeah,
that
you're
a
locked in.
little difficult pill to swallow?
Not at all, because as a result of the Ali project, I got to become friends with Ali, and I wouldn't have exchanged that for anything. The movie's going to be what it's going to be, but I have a relationship with Ali now, and I wouldn't trade that for anything.
How much time did you get to spend with him?
Quite a bit. Got to travel with him.
Very inspirational, I guess, huh? Being around him.
Yeah, amazing, because people feel sorry for him, and there's absolutely no reason to feel sorry.
Visually, though,
for
you
Ali.
do. I mean, when you see him at that Olympic thing is burned in my mind forever. Him
Yeah.
lighting the
Buddy, yeah.
torch.
Let me tell you, I was with him once. We were traveling somewhere, and a woman ran up to him in the airport, and she was crying. She said, "Oh my God, I just feel so bad for you. You just, you're shaking and everything." And he got real close to her and kissed her and whispered to her, "I'm still Ali."
Well, and the thing is, people think that mentally he's gone, and really it's just his speaking skills that
That's right.
have deteriorated. But his mind is still
You just can't get
right
it
there,
out.
right?
No, he's as sharp as he is absolutely as sharp as a tack. And
Did he save his money? Does he? I mean, I know he's got a nice spread up in Michigan, but back then those guys weren't making the kind of money that the guys like Tyson make now. I mean,
No, not only was he not making as much, but he gave away a lot of money.
He did.
Ali gave away fortunes. He doesn't, he doesn't care. He's financially very comfortable. He makes 7 figures a year just with appearances.
no kidding.
Oh yeah, he's very comfortable. There's no reason. No one's going to have to pass the hat for him. But he's never cared about money.
God, what a great guy.
We're talking to Gregory Allen Howard. Of course, he wrote Remember the Titans, filmed in Atlanta with Denzel Washington. And I don't know if you knew this or not, Gregory, but our own Barnes was in the movie.
I got cut, though,
He got cut, but he was originally in the movie.
I auditioned 6 times and ended up getting cut. I was the na-na-na-na guy.
Really?
Yeah, in the second restaurant where the guys come in, man, you wrote it, you would know. But anyway, it got cut.
Anyway.
So whatever.
Well,
it was a
Just
great
wanted
job.
you to know that you're in the presence of.
You're writing. I got to read the thing a year and a half ago, and when I read it immediately, you could just feel the emotion coming out of the page. I mean, it was really good. So I hope you win something. I
really do.
Oscar may
it
be
was a
staring at you.
great movie.
That would be fantastic. Congratulations on being honored today at the Governor's Mansion. We're still waiting for that call.
Yeah. Gregory Allen Howard, nice to meet you.
Thank you.
You're on the best of the Morning X. Barnes, Leslie, and Jimmy. 99X.